Taanishi, Jed Huntley, Dishinish Kashun, Nimuitan and Nukshkatan. Hello, my name is Jed Huntley and it is a pleasure to meet you. Or rather, it's a pleasure to be introducing myself to you. Very much looking forward to this amazing learning opportunity. Can't wait to meet you. Very much look forward to meeting you soon enough. As you can see, we are still in the middle of winter over here, and I very much look forward to coming to New Zealand and enjoying and experiencing sunnier weather. I am of mixed ancestry and identify as a Métis person. Where we are right now, we are located on Muscadet First Nation Reserve here in Prince Albert, Saskatchewan in Canada. We're also on the traditional homeland of the Métis peoples. Muscadet Reserve, although it is now a reserve, it was settled as a Métis community. I mean, evidence of the river lots and the communities still remain around this area and just to the south of us, to the east as well. When it came time for the Crown and the First Nations people to sign a treaty and to allocate reserves, the Crown didn't want to take settler land to make reserves. There was a Métis settlement here. They turned the Métis settlement into a reserve. Hence, now we have Muscadet First Nation. There's a lot of historical and contemporary context we could get into in regards to treaties, Métis involvement, status, inherent rights issues, but that is going to have to wait. What I should highlight, however, is that Métis peoples are traditionally and predominantly descended from European fathers, primarily English, Scottish, and French, and First Nations mothers, primarily the Cree, Ojibwe, and Saulteaux peoples. Métis peoples came to be as a product of the fur trade, and as the fur trade subsided, we developed into a distinct nation and have all the quote-unquote required elements to become a nation, such as language, history, culture, philosophy, land base, among others. For many of us Métis, we are descended from the Red River area, which is in present-day Winnipeg, Manitoba, and the surrounding area. Manitoba is one province to the east of us. And even though we are a distinct people, there is still today much debate as to who is and who is not a Métis, especially since the recent Daniel case ruling, which affirmed that the federal government has a responsibility to Métis peoples. But again, that is for another conversation. So many of you may have noticed and are wondering why I am filming this in a graveyard. I mentioned earlier, many Métis have ties to Red River. For myself and my family, this is our tie to Red River. My great-great-grandmother on my maternal side, Annabella Kennedy, was born in Red River. She has script in Red River. We are in the process of trying to figure out what happened to that script, but she is laid to rest here on Muscadet First Nation, formerly a Métis settlement. This is a large part of who I am and where I am from. I invite you to join me as we go throughout the city and stop at a few more places that have greatly impacted me on my education and on my journey. So please join me. We'll go for a quick tour. Hello again and welcome to this beautiful day. The sun is shining. And welcome to the Saskatchewan Urban Native Teacher Education Program, SUNTEP for short. SUNTEP is an Indigenous teacher education program designed to graduate Indigenous students, mostly Métis, who can then serve as role models in the public education system while simultaneously educating our youth from an Indigenous perspective. SUNTEP for me was life-changing. It was like a cultural rebirth, and it has centered me on the path that I am on now. I convocated from SUNTEP Regina in 2010, which is about 4 hours southwest of here. So I did not go to SUNTEP here in Prince Albert, but I did teach here for several years after I convocated from Regina. And it was here at SUNTEP, PA, that I began to work more closely with my mother, Benta Huntley, whom is filming, and with Mike Rowland, both of whom worked here for about 25 years. Mike adopted me as a doorman to his lodge, and he has been my mentor and guide as I learn the teaching stemming from a Saulteaux philosophy, First Nations philosophy and knowledge base. More specifically, he has been teaching me the role cultural immersion, spirituality, and ceremony have on your individual path, purpose, and journey in this physical existence. So in my time here at SUNTEP, combined with my time in graduate studies with the U of S, has been an extremely life-altering and humbling experience. So this is a little bit more about myself on my path, my journey. So please follow me. We have one more stop. Welcome to Little Red River Park, the outdoor learning environment, nature's classroom. This place is a hidden gem and is only about 5 minutes just outside Prince Albert. And the reason why I like it so much, it is a very similar environment to where Suntep used to have their biannual culture camps. Cultural camps is where we would be immersed in cultural activities for a few days, would focus on cultural specific things, Métis and First Nations. So, what I'm also hoping to learn on our visit when we come to New Zealand is not so much how to incorporate Indigenous content into the classrooms, because we do that here in Prince Albert. In many classrooms and schools, arguably we do a decent job. But more so, how do you go about incorporating the underlying philosophy and worldview that informed the methods and content? How do you ensure spirituality and ceremony are allowed, accepted, practiced, and promoted in the public school systems? That is one of the key components that I'm hoping to learn on our visit and during my time over there. Because I've heard the Maori education system is much farther along in the decolonization process, and that in fact you are already doing this. So thank you very much for allowing me the opportunity to introduce myself. I'm very much looking forward to meeting all of you very soon, and to the sunshine and warm weather. I'm super excited about Polyfest and all the people we are going to meet and all the experiences we are fortunate enough to be able to participate in. Thank you for hosting us. We greatly appreciate it, and for all the work you put into making this trip a reality. We'll see you soon. Ekosi, Maarsii.